Hello everyone, I'm Vishal from Edureka and today I'm going to talk about top 10 programming languages. Let me make it very clear that this list is based on my opinion only and you are entitled to have a completely different opinion. So if you do have a different opinion, then let me know about your list in the comment section below. Now, I would be starting things off with the programming language that is 10th on my list and then I would gradually descend to my number one pick. So let us get started then. 10th on this list is Swift. Swift is an object-oriented and block-structured programming language. It has taken huge strides in last couple of years. Apple is moving from Objective-C to Swift and there are reasons for it. Swift gives you better readability and it is faster. Objective-C on the other hand has had issues with apps crashing constantly. Now since Swift lets you manipulate text strings in data, it is less error prone. Another important feature of Swift is dynamic libraries. These can be linked to Swift applications directly, and since they are uploaded directly to the memory, they reduce application size and improve performance. Now if you talk about its applications, Swift was basically designed to work on Cocoa and Cocoa Touch framework, and it is developed mainly for Mac, Watch, TV and iOS applications. That is why application development is at its center. So if you want to learn a programming language that would help you with application development, Swift is a very good option. As far as the rankings are concerned, you can see that it's ranked fairly low on GitHub. But then that is understandable. It has been only 3 years that this programming language was introduced. And I'm sure the rankings will change in near future. So all in all, it's a very good programming language. And it takes 10th spot in my list. Moving further with the list, 9th on my list is Ruby. It is an object-oriented, functional and reflective programming language. It has dynamic type system. One of its best features is its syntax. It is very readable and very English-like. That is why Ruby is very easy to learn. It also has a package manager called as Ruby Gems. It lets you install or remove software dependencies. If you talk about its frameworks, it has quite a few frameworks. We have Padrino, we have Sinatra. Rails in itself is a gem, to be honest. Rails brings in the modular approach when it comes to web development, and that is why it is so popular. If you talk about its applications, it's used almost everywhere, and there are very few applications where you cannot use Ruby. It's used in web development, scripting, application development, and so on. Now if you talk about its ranking, it's fairly stable. It finds itself at 6th position when you talk about GitHub rankings for pushes and also for repositories. But yeah, I understand that its community has died down in recent times a little, but that takes nothing away from Ruby. All in all, a very good programming language. Moving further, 8th on this list is C++. Now it is an object-oriented and generic programming language. One of its key strengths is software infrastructure. No wonder it powers some of the biggest enterprise platforms in the market. It would always give you high performance, it is highly portable, and it has a very rich function library. It is mostly used for software development or building games. It's famous for building various 2D and 3D games. If you talk about its frameworks, it has frameworks like WX Widgets, which is a cross-platform GUI toolkit, and it also has a very good library called as Boost. One of the important features of this programming language is it was used to conceptualize the first distributed blockchain. That is, it was used to build Satoshi's code base. Now if you know what is Bitcoin, you would understand what an important role C++ has played in developing it. Now as far as the rankings are concerned, it's gonna be there in top 10 programming languages and it's gonna stay there for a long time. 7th on this list is a programming language that might surprise a few. It's R. Now these days, data science and analytics have been the talking points and it's very difficult to imagine analytics without R. One important reason for it is statistical computing. Now R is very strong when it comes to statistical computing. It has very simple syntax and it is very easy to learn. And it has great graphical capabilities. That is why it's overpowering some of the other tools in the analytical market, like we have SAS, we have Python, which are very good. But R is very good when it comes to graphical capabilities. As far as immediate use is concerned, it is mostly used for statistics and analytics. And it has recently found its mojo and it is understandable. Analytics market is doing very well these days and R is a very good tool for analytics. It uses an IDE called as RStudio, using which you can type all kinds of R programs. You can do analytics, you can do visualization, you can do machine learning and so many other things. As far as the rankings are concerned, these rankings are going to improve with time because analytics is also here to stay, and with that R programming language would also stay. It powers some of the biggest search engines in the market, and Google too uses it for its analytics. So it finds 7th spot in my list. Next on this list is one of my favorite languages. It is Scala. It is a high-level programming language. It is terse, efficient, and it is very effective. It is a multi-paradigm programming language, and it is known for its concurrency. It is faster than Java. And there are reasons why it is fast. It uses a multi-core architecture, and the number of cores used, if they increase, it gets faster. Another reason for it being faster is it has a very concise, or I should say, it has a very nice syntax and great vocabulary. And that is what makes it faster. It was actually designed with an aim to streamline object-oriented coding. If you talk about its applications, it's used in various applications. It's used for web development, it's used for distributed systems, it's used for application development as well. And it has various frameworks. It has Akka, Spray, Scalatra, Sleek, Play, and most of these are popular. Akka and Finagle in particular, they're known for the concurrency. Finagle is used to build concurrent servers, and that is a very good feature. As far as the GitHub rankings are concerned, it is fairly low, but these rankings will also improve because Scala is a very good programming language and it is making its mark in the programming world. Moving further, fifth on this list is PHP. It's primarily designed for web development. It is a general purpose programming language and it is used widely. It's known for its server-side scripting and it's very easy to deploy as well. If you talk about ease of learning, it is very easy to learn. Yeah, this can be a problem at times because what these easy to learn programming languages do is they let people get away with sloppy code. That may not be good always. But all in all, it's a very good programming language and it is very easy to learn. It's mostly used for web development and web applications. It has powerful frameworks like CakePHP, CodeIgniter and Laravel. Now, CodeIgniter is a must when it comes to learning MVC. Laravel is highly respected and it's very popular for web development. As far as its applications are concerned, it's mostly used for developing e-commerce websites because it gives you e-commerce applications or websites at a very low cost and in very less time. To name a few, we have Magento, we have Zencart. As far as its popularity is concerned, it's loved by many and GitHub rankings speak for its 5th place there because it has so many repositories and pushes on GitHub as well. So all in all, it's a very good programming language. Moving further with the list, we have C# or C# on this list. Now it is an event-driven and task-driven programming language. It was developed by Microsoft under its .NET initiative. It's again an object-oriented programming language and it lets you write reusable code. It has a very rich function library. Now, as far as its applications are concerned, it is very widely used. It's used in web development. It is used for RAD, that is rapid application development. It's used on client side and server side as well. As far as its frameworks are concerned, well, Xamarin and .NET, they speak for themselves. They're very popular and they're used by many people. It powers one of the famous game engines, that is Unity game engine, and it is used to develop various 2D and 3D games. So all in all, it's a very good programming language, and the fact that Microsoft has made it open source now, it will become more popular and I'm sure that more people are going to use it. You may see it rank higher in coming years. Now third on this list is a programming language that many love. It's Java. You just cannot deny the fact how popular this programming language is. It's a general purpose programming language and it is known for its rich API and it is cross-platform. That means the code that is written once, you can run that code on almost any platform. It is multi-paradigm and it's highly concurrent and that makes it very flexible. It has a very healthy job market and it is understandable. It is used very widely and it is used in almost every application that is there. Talking about its use, as I said, it's used everywhere. It's into web development, it's into application development, server-side, client-side programming, it's into game development, it's into mobile applications, everywhere. To talk about its frameworks, it has popular frameworks like Struts, we have Hibernate, which are very popular and which are very widely used again. Now it is a mainstream programming language and it's used by almost all the Fortune 500 companies. As far as its GitHub rankings are concerned, it sits at a very tall position, that is at 2nd position, and the reason is simple. It has a huge community and there are a lot of repositories and pushes on GitHub. So it takes 3rd spot in my list, and to be honest, there were very or almost no reasons to put it low on this list, but the other two languages I felt had an edge in recent times. So second on my list is Python. I have been using Python recently and I'm in love with this programming language. It is an open source programming language, and the best thing about it is very easy to use and very easy to learn as well. I already mentioned that when programming languages just are easy, they can be a problem. But as far as Python is concerned, it actually takes programming to a very new level. It is very English-like and its syntax is very easy, and you can do so much with very less code. That is why many people are using Python these days, and it is getting more and more popular with the advent or the addition of new libraries to its use. Now, as far as applications are concerned, it is used almost everywhere. I mean, it's there in application development, it's there in scripting, web development, and yes, even in analytics. It has other counterparts or competitors like R and SAS, which are very popular. But thanks to advent of libraries like we have pandas, we have NumPy, and that has led to growth of Python in analytics market as well. And it has become very popular there too. As far as its frameworks are concerned, we have Flask, we have Django, and they are very popular. Django itself, or I should say Django, is very known as far as web development is concerned. Now, as far as GitHub rankings are concerned, it's almost there and there in the cream, and you would always find it in the top list. As far as Python is concerned, it is here to stay, and given the fact or the progress which it is making in recent times, this programming language is going to get more popular is what I feel, and hence it finds second spot in my list. Now it is time to move to our topmost pick, or to my topmost pick I should say. First on my list is JavaScript, and it had to be here. It is popularly known as the language of the web, and there is a reason for it. It is very difficult to find a web page that does not have JavaScript on it, and hence it is rightly called as the language of the web. It is also one of the most sought after skills in recent times, and that is why we find a lot of job opportunities in JavaScript these days. Even if you check the recent records, the job postings for JavaScript have improved in last 1 year or two. It is also known for mobile development because more than 50% of mobile applications do have JavaScript in them. And with its newer versions like ES6 and ES7, its popularity is rising. Immediate use, well, as I mentioned, it's used everywhere. It's there on web development, it's there on client side, server side, it's used on servers, robotics, video games, databases, mobile applications, almost everywhere. And it has very powerful frameworks which are popular on their own. Say for example, AngularJS, React.js, they just speak for themselves, they're so popular. As far as GitHub rankings are concerned, it leaves other programming language way behind, and it has so many repositories and pushes on GitHubs. So yes, it takes the topmost position as far as my list is concerned. Now, as I've mentioned it at the start, that this is my opinion only. You people are entitled to have a different opinion altogether. And as far as I am concerned, all of the top 5 programming languages are there and they're very good, and it is very difficult to pick a top amongst them. So all I can say is it all depends on your perspective, as in what are you using those programming languages for and what suits your need. All of these programming languages are winners in my sense, and I have ranked them as per my opinion. I hope you all liked my video. Do let me know how you felt, how this video was, and let me know about it in the comment section below. If you do have your list, then place that list in the comment section below so others can also take a look at it. That's it from my end. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed listening to this video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries, and we will reply to them at the earliest. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to our Edureka channel to learn more. Happy learning!